first year as the head coach at East Jefferson High School. He was promoted from assistant coach at elementary school after serving there for 11 years to become head coach this past April. And of course, he has previous head coaching experience at Fisher and at Rummel. Of course, he was part of the staff that delivered a 15-0 season a year ago in the 4A state championship, the first in East Jefferson history. And East Jefferson is coming off of a thrilling 30-27 win over Helen Cox in the final minute this past Saturday night. They will face Jesuit this Friday night at Tank Gormley Stadium. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Coach Marc Martin of the East Jefferson Warriors. Marc.
Thank you, Ken. I'd like to thank the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club for this invitation to speak before you today. A little bit about the East Jefferson Warriors. We coming off a 15-0 season, it's not very easy to repeat. A lot of people talk about that when you say they're repeating the Super Bowl or repeating the NCAA champions. It's a very difficult thing because it's a different team. We have a different team with a different makeup. Our guys and our playmakers and stuff have graduated. So now these younger guys that have to step up and replace them. And so it's a growing process. Every week it's a growing process. And I tell those guys, football is a game where you learn from your lessons, and you learn from the mistakes you made the week before, and then you grow. And one thing that's good about us is that every week, we find something that we've not done correctly. We correct it, and we'll do it right the next week. The problem with us was telling these young guys about finishing. That was our motto last week, was to finish and finish strong. Because the week before we jumped out of an opponent 14-0, but the opponent battled back, tied us, and then wound up in an overtime situation, which we shouldn't have been in. We had several chances to win the football game, and we just didn't finish it. And we had a real disturbing statistic that I looked at when my statistician gave me this sheet after 3 games. We had scored in the first quarter, we had scored in the second quarter, but we had not scored in the third and fourth quarter. So the idea about finishing was a main issue for us. We've averaged about 6 to 7 yards a carry. We're running the same offense. We have a young man who was our slot back last year, who's now playing a quarterback and was a backup quarterback. And every week he gets better. Every week he remembers the things that he did last year as a backup, because he didn't get that many reps as a backup. But we went to the Cox game, and the whole thing was about finishing. We jumped up 16-0 at half, and I told the guys, I said, there you go. Here we are right here, same situation. Now you've got to put this team away and you've got to finish it. But we let Cox battle back. We let Cox take the lead with 1 minute and 30 seconds left and go up 27-23. And we are a run-oriented football team. We are a flex-bone football team, and it's not a quick strike offense to come back and score with 1 minute and 30 seconds left and 1 timeout. So we got the ball and we went into a 2-minute drill, and Tracy Bright did a great job, and they gave me the outside and drove us down to the 30, and we scored with 17 seconds left to win the game. I told the guys this, I said, when I said finish, you can either finish in the second quarter, you can put a team away and finish them in the second quarter, you can put a team away in the third quarter, or you can put a team away with 17 seconds left. So however you want to choose it, but the game is 48 minutes, and we used all 48 minutes to win this week. So we look forward to playing Jesuit this week. They're a very good football team. They're 3-1. Do an excellent job with balance. They do a great job running the football, a great job throwing the football. They have a good middle linebacker that's back again this year. He's a 3-year starter. Does an outstanding job of controlling that defense. But their offense is very, very special. I know Coach Sanji a long time. We had many battles when I was coach at Rummel. And I know he's going to do a great job there. It's going to be a good football game. And I hope our guys will show up and be competitive that night. I'm very, very pleased to speak to you today, and I hope I get the opportunity to do it again. And next time, it's maybe stand up here with another ring, because like I told the guys, there's a lot of teams out there, and you look at the New York Giants. I got them at 8-8. 2 losses don't make a season. You still have your district in front of you. You still have your dreams in front of you. So we're just going to push forward and play hard and compete every week and try to get that goal, get another ring. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Questions for Marc? Raise your hand. Questions?
Mark, the differences in your career as a head coach from the two places and how you've changed as a coach.
Well, I was at a place where, you had young men that came from two-parent families. It was in the 80s and 70s, 80s and 90s, and things were a little different then. And then I moved to a community that, same thing. You had people who were out of school and had been out of school and graduated from school. And now you get more of I'm finding more off-field problems with, socioeconomic problems, academic problems, some of them with a lot of family problems, issues in there. Things that you would normally take for granted where I was before, it takes a little effort, a little work to make sure that the guys get what they have coming. But we try to make it a program. I try to make it a very similar program to the programs that I came from at Rowan and Fisher, and try to give the guys a sense of, it's all about team, it's all about program. No one's bigger than the program, not even me. And so when they buy into that and learn that, then of course they're there for summer weightlifting, they're there for all the activities that we have for them. Anyone else?
Talk about your recruits.
Right now, we have Deshaun Raymond. Deshaun last week he's a cornerback. He's a 2-year starter. He took a trip last week to Nebraska for the Nebraska-Miami game. I know he has some trips coming up, I believe, to Mississippi State, Arkansas, and I think he has one to Florida State, and then he's going to hold one for LSU. But he hasn't leaked anything out to me. Oh, he's got one to TCU too. I'm sorry. He hasn't leaked anything out to us. He's also an outstanding quarter mile, a state finalist in the quarter mile. I told him he could have won it that year, but I had to practice in football that week because all the recruits were coming out. But he's an outstanding young man. If some people had gotten some interest, Ronte Lattimore is an all-metro selection at linebacker for us from last year's team. Also, Elijah Rogers is a tight end. Has done an outstanding job for us, both catching the ball. We play him in the slot. We split him out. We bring him in to block. The other night he was saying, "Coach, that guy for Cox is big." I said, "Give that guy for Cox is going to Louisiana Monroe. You block him tonight, and guess what? People will be looking at that film." So, he's big, he's about 6'4", about 220, about 230 right now. He does an outstanding job. He's an outstanding deep snap. Probably one of the best I've seen. He's got big old long arms and hands. Yes.
Coach, your quarterback from last year, remind us where he went and how's he doing in his freshman year?
Eugene is a redshirt at Southeastern. Eugene had signed with Grambling and opted out of that scholarship, and was about to go to Holmes College when Southeastern contacted him. Chris Cochran is at Nicholls State. Edgar Jackson and Keith Poche are at Grambling, and Jamal Bizet, who wanted to intercept the ball at the end, he's at Holmes College also. And Ronald Green is playing at Northwest. As a matter of fact, he had about 9 carries last week in a game, and they'll be playing Southeastern this weekend. And the guy from Northwestern said he's probably going to be their premier back.
Anyone else?
Again, thank you so very much. I appreciate it.